So I'm going to assume that means
Well,
we
on the
are
YouTube
live now.
video, it's still saying please stand by, starting soon. Still.
Yeah, well, it says it's live now, so if you refresh it, it should probably come on.
Refreshing.
It's probably because obviously I think there's like a little delay in this, so we've got a bit of time before it goes live on the actual channel.
So should we be in like, hey everybody,
Yeah!
woo, live stream. It's been a while. I really don't know if we're actually live though. I feel like we might be talking and then halfway.
No, I think we'll be going live. I think it's just catching up on YouTube. I think it might be a 30-second delay on it.
It's been a while since we've done this, so they may have changed some shit around.
Well, they've changed it since last we went on there, man. To find this, to get it up and running today, I had to Google that shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's not on the website. It doesn't say it's live, but I'm going to assume it is.
Yeah, no, it's live now.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. So yeah, hello to everybody that is that's coming to tune in. If you're watching live or if you're watching as the after show, let's say, I don't know, watching in a day or two. Hello to everybody. Obviously, I'm Sam. If you're on my channel, hopefully you know who I am. If you don't, then why not?
It's because you're not as popular as me. That's why. But
yeah,
by association, you'll get there.
Yeah, to be fair, the beautiful people are not always that popular
there. Well,
so
it's the smart people. It's the smart people. That's why, right? There's a bit of a segregation here. We've got the smart people, and perhaps, as you call it, the beautiful people. If that's what you like to refer to yourself
to be very true. I mean, I don't know why you'd be popular then, because
it must be opposite day. I don't know.
Quite possible. Quite possible.
Anyways, what's going on, guys? It's been a while since we've done some live streaming. For those of you that don't know, my name is Jared Bush from youtube.com/thesmokingandroid. And like Sam said, this is Sam from Samjpullen, or youtube.com/SamJPullen. You can follow all of us on Twitter. The link should be, well, in our lower third bars down here.
Yeah, basically it's just there. This is my Twitter. Jared's got his. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Google Plus, Instagram. You'll find us on pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
We are
social media horse.
That's exactly what I was going to say. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Yep. So this is generally when Sam and I do our live streams. We kind of do it sort of off the cuff, unplugged. We just kind of pick some topics that are topical, trending topics, I guess, and we just kind of yammer on about random stuff. But we get pretty heated about some of our conversations sometimes. So also, for those of you out there that have asked us in the past, back when Sam and I were doing these a little more frequently, we are going to be looking into putting this into an audio format, so that those of you that want to listen to us when you're on your way to work or to school or whatever on your break, you can do so with ease. So we're gonna look into the easiest way to do that. We haven't exactly figured out the platform that we want to use for it yet, so just be patient. That'll come with due time. So anyways, I guess like in your title there, Sam, you put Samsung, Nokia, HTC, and more.
Yeah,
I think that pretty much covers it.
I wasn't too sure what we were going to talk about. I figured we were probably going to talk Samsung, because obviously the 4.3, that's pretty popular at the moment with Android. I figured Nokia. Obviously, I'm off to New York for the Nokia event a week today, so I figured got to talk about good old Nokia with the EOS Lumia 1020. I know it's not really Android related, but we talk about anything on this show. It's the best thing about it. And HTC, because we're both HTC fans. Obviously, new on board in terms of HTC fan, but you are a HTC fan that you've experienced the one.
Yeah. Before, I've always been a fan of HTC phones. I mean, like I showed you, and Sam. For those of you that don't know, Sam and I are pretty good friends. We talk on Skype all the time. And we kind of did this blast from the past conversation a while ago, and I brought out my HTC Hero, and you're like, you still have that? And I was like, yeah, man. And that HTC device really impressed me. And then there was like last year with the HTC One S and the One X, and I was like, oh, that's a cool phone, man. But I have no idea why, but I ended up getting like the Motorola Atrix or something, I believe. It was no, it was the S3. Yeah, it was the S3. And I'm actually glad, because those phones to date, compared to the S3, didn't impress me as much. But with the HTC One, and I finally got my hands and actually owned another HTC device, man, their build quality, I mean, that is one impressive device, man.
Yep.
I mean, after all, I mean, this is sort of past tense, right? Like, I mean, the HTC One's been out for a little while now, but, I mean, after, how long has it been, like a month or two now? Dude, Yeah, I am really impressed. I'm glad that you convinced me to get one. I mean, like, I was impressed with it, and you're like, dude, if you can get one, get one. Then I told you that one day. I'm like, oh man, I could probably rip down to the carrier store and sign a contract and get one. So I got it, and I think you and I have been agreeing that, like, as far as being impressed about a new flagship device, correct me if I'm wrong, Sam, but are you not a little more impressed with the HTC One than with the S4?
Yeah, well, for people that don't know, that I work in a mobile phone store, as obviously well done on YouTube, and when a customer comes in and says, what's the best phone on the market, my current answer is the HTC One. If they go, what about the S4? I go, it's a great device. They go, what about the iPhone 5? I go, again, it's a very good device, but the best device for me, build quality, software, ease of use, features, the HTC One, to be very, straight, it is the one.
Yeah. I used to, when people that were either new to smartphones or maybe they had like some old crappy entry level phone, they said, Jared, I'm in the market for a new smartphone. What would you recommend? I said, well, are you familiar with Android devices at all? They say, what's Android? The first thing, as soon as they say, the first thing that pops in my mind is send them to an iPhone. If they're that unfamiliar with smartphones that they haven't even heard of Android, then just send them, to iPhone. Nowadays, I think I'd have to change my tune on things because, like you said, ease of use.
Yeah.
The HTC One is so uncomplicated. It's so uncluttered compared to the Samsung S4. It's just it's packed full of features, but it just doesn't seem like it's oversaturated with them. They pick the right type of features. And since, in my opinion, Android is better than iOS. I mean, you do have the options for customization if you want it, but because of that ease of use, it kind of eases them into Android. It's easy to figure out, and then down the road when they say, hey, that's a cool wallpaper, how'd you get that? Oh, I can download an app for that. Okay, cool, and they start doing that, and oh, what's this about theming? What's this about icons? This, that, and the other. For me, I would recommend the HTC One to anybody right off the bat.
I mean, you don't have to modify it when you get out of the box. And there's the one reason why the iPhone is such a popular and a very good phone for what it is. You get it out, you turn it on, it works.
Yeah.
That is the advantage of an iPhone over most Android devices.
Yeah.
But Android's come a long way. The HTC One's probably the first phone that I could recommend to an iPhone user saying, you're like an iPhone, do you like the build quality, do you like how easy it is, then get HTC One.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the Galaxy S3, Galaxy S4, they're great devices, but they don't feel that great. And that's what most iPhone users want.
Yeah.
But with an HTC One, you're getting the best sound on the market, best speakerphones. You're getting arguably one of the best cameras. I don't think it's the best, but it's one of the best. Whether it's 4 megapixels, 4 ultra pixels, doesn't matter. It's a good camera regardless. But the HTC One is the iPhone 5 for Android.
Yeah. That's a great way. That's a great way to explain it. Yeah, totally. Or I mean, you could almost say that, but then you could also say, oh, like a Nexus device would be a great alternative or comparison to an iPhone, right?
I suppose
that's as basic and as easy to use as it gets, right? I mean, there's nothing to it, right? So, but if you're looking for a really high quality, not to say that the Nexus 4 isn't a high quality device. Calm down, all my Nexus 4 peeps out there. The HTC One, you can't compare a plastic build quality to metal. It just doesn't happen.
I agree.
I mean, like, you got an 8 megapixel camera versus the 4 megapixel ultra pixel. The HTC One still beats out the Nexus 4.
Yeah, I mean, I hate the Nexus 4 camera.
I know you do.
Oh,
I know you do.
Because you have to take about 5 or 6 pictures. I don't care what anybody says. You have to take about 5 or 6 pictures to get one decent usable picture.
Yeah, it's true.
Whereas the HTC One, I take one picture and it works. And that's the same with the iPhone. My buddy Gadgets Boy, he does YouTube videos as well, and it's the one thing he says about the iPhone. You take a picture, you've got one button, you press the button, it takes your picture, and you normally get a good picture.
Yeah.
Whereas with the Nexus 4, you're focusing, you're trying to press the button, and it's just a ball ache, to be completely blunt.
What's really strange though is that I'm subscribed to a Google Plus community for Nexus 4 owners, and oftentimes they'll take pictures and and post it into the community, and I don't know what it is they're doing. Like, maybe it's the fact that they have, like, superhuman ability to keep their hands completely rock steady, but those images that they produce, I'm like, my God, that's a beautiful looking picture out of that, you know, shitty camera. I don't know how they're doing, because every picture I ever take with the Nexus 4 is absolute garbage. That's why if I want to take a picture nowadays, I either bring my S4 or my HTC One. More often than not, I bring my HTC One to be.
I'll tell you where it is with the Nexus 4 camera and any digital camera. You give it enough light, you give it enough daylight, then it will get a good picture. Yeah. Because whether it's 4 megapixels, 8 megapixels, 20 megapixels, it's going to get a good quality picture. As soon as you take away that pure sunlight, complete and utter dog shit. It's complete and utter dog shit.
You know, even I've been in situations with wicked sunlight, perfect lighting with the Nexus 4, and I still lack. I think it might be a matter of it produces washed out images. In my opinion, it might just be, you know. Yeah, but
well, I don't get it though, because from reports that I read when it first came out, is that it had the same camera lens as the S4. You know, that's what I read, but I don't know if it's true or not. But that was some report. I think it was an XDA that I read. That when it got ripped down by iFixit, it was the same camera lens that the iPhone 5 and the S3, sorry, not the S4.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, if that's true, why is it take such crappy images?
Yeah.
Does that come down to stock Android? That's a debate that me and you.
Yeah, that's yeah. I think that might play a big part in it. I think that the stock Android camera software just isn't there. You know, you got guys like Samsung. How many cameras do you know of that Google has ever made? Well, none, right? So how many cameras do you know of that? I'm not saying so much HTC, but Samsung at least, you know, I mean, like, they know what they're doing with their camera software. I mean, I've reviewed the Galaxy camera in the past, and that software, I think, is translated over to the S4, and it's great software, and I think that it really utilizes the camera's abilities. And HTC, mind you, before they were their own independent phone manufacturer, they were just an electronics producer. I don't know specifically what, you know, but I wouldn't be surprised if they produced some camera circuitry or something, some parts or something, but they seem to know what the hell they're doing. You know, I mean, for ultra pixels, yeah, some people are still looking at it as, yes, it is still 4 megapixels, but they've done something extra special that nobody else has done with those pixels, and they've done a really good job of it. It's just the camera software is there. Like, didn't we talk about this, about throwing stock Android on the HTC One, and we were concerned that we might not be able to take it full advantage of the camera?
I did a video, obviously we both did videos on the HTC One using the Google Edition, and when I put the Google Edition on my HTC One, it just wasn't the same. It wasn't, one, as sharp, but number two, it seemed every bit of darkness got really dark, it got really shadowy near the side, so like, if it was like here, it'd be like really shadowy here, and it'd be like, why is it getting like that? And like the purple, we all know that my review table's purple. Blue.
No, that looks really strange. In fact, I think you know, Trizzletech. I think him and I were having a conversation on Twitter about that, and he said that it was like the hue was like totally off. He says that everything was just blue, and I was like, yeah, same thing was happening. Mind you, I mean, this is all early, you know, porting, right?
Oh yeah, like, I mean, so. But we've got, you know, that's our job, is to see what it's like now. You know, it's okay in 6 months' time when it's working fully, but what happens?
Shouldn't have to wait that long. But then again, those are just ports, though. I mean, who knows? Like, based on the videos that I've seen of like the other tech reviewers out there that have actually got their hands on these devices, I don't think I've seen they didn't spend too much time on the cameras.
Not many people do. Not many people do.
I didn't spend very much time on the camera myself. You know, it was your video that I saw that was like, oh yeah, check this out. This is weird. Look at the camera. It's all the hue's all messed up and whatnot. So
because when you look at it, you just think it's not an ultra pixel anymore. It's no longer the ultra pixel terminology that HTC have done. It just says 4 megapixel. It doesn't. There's the other thing that I think is different about the Google edition is the Beats audio. I might be wrong. I don't know if there's some kind of algorithm put into the application that gives you the ultra pixel, but I don't think it does, because low light performance I don't think it's as good running the Viper ROM, which uses the stock camera, versus the Google edition. The Viper ROM looks so much better.
It does.
So much better.
We got a question in the comments. Zeet YT asks, "What's the best smartphone for less than $200?" Do you have any opinion on that, Sam? I know you and I have talked about reviewing budget phones in the past or entry-level phones in the past.
My question back before I would answer it is, are you talking $200 off contract or on contract? Because obviously in America, obviously I know you're Canadian, I'm English, it works differently. I think in Canada it's very similar to the American market. You generally pay $99, $199. So reply back, Zeet YT. Do you mean off contract or on contract? Because if it's on contract, then well, HTC.
Well, you've got several options. If it's on contract, if it's off contract,
it's a bit harder. It's a bit harder because the American market, I didn't realize, is flooded with so many different Galaxy devices. Now I knew there was plenty of Galaxy devices, but I had a lass on Twitter tweet me the other day, and she was saying, "What do you recommend?" And she gave me 4 different Galaxy devices I've never heard of.
Yeah. Well, I haven't looked into entry-level devices specs lately, but just because I haven't had any friends that have been, because when I get friends, they're like, "Oh, I need a phone. I don't want to spend more than $250," and I'm like, "Oh, and they're like, "I don't want to sign a contract." I'm like, "Okay," so you start doing your research. So last time I looked, we got my buddy the Galaxy Ace 2. Was it the Ace 2?
Yeah, dual core processor, 756 or 768 megabytes of RAM.
Yeah.
Not a bad little device.
Not a bad little device.
Yeah, it's all right.
And the Galaxy Ace 3, I think, is on its way or out already. I can't remember.
I don't think it's been announced yet.
Are you sure?
It's not been announced.
That's what Google's for, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think it's been announced in the UK anywhere. Because we'd be selling it where I were. We could, believe it or not, we don't sell the Galaxy Ace 2. We still sell the Galaxy Ace.
There's a review of it on YouTube. There's a review of it on YouTube right now.
Ace 3.
Of the Ace 3, yeah. June 19th, 2013. It's 11-minute 23. Yeah, there it is.
I've got no email from bloody Samsung to say it's been announced.
Well, and I don't have, and it looks like now I'm only seeing UK prices for it, but it's £239, which will convert to about $300.
Yeah.
$300. So, off contract, if you want to spend another $100, it's actually a pretty damn good entry-level device. You might even think about, what's the price of the Samsung Mini, Samsung Galaxy S4 Mini?
Oh, that's £350. Right?
Oh, okay. So that's a little more.
That is a mini price.
What about the HTC First? Stock Android, if you want.
Do you know what's really funny about that is that obviously everyone said about it. Oh, it's the Google phone. It's the Facebook phone.
Yeah.
Right, but I remember Taylor Martin on Pocket Now. He said if that phone wasn't advertised and sold as the Facebook phone, that would almost be a perfect phone because it's got great specifications, it's got a good little camera on it, and it's got a nice 720p display. I think it's a 4.3-inch screen.
Yeah.
So that's a nice high-quality screen. And the price of them, I think they've dropped in price now. I think because they didn't sell. I think it's officially been discontinued by AT&T in America. But that's a good shout, the HTC First. I wanted one. I wanted one because I wanted a Billy Basic phone without it being Billy Basic, if that makes sense.
Droid Chat's in here as well. What's up there, Droid Chat? He says less than $200. Check the Samsung Galaxy Ring from Virgin Mobile. It's got a quad-core 1.4 gigahertz with Jelly Bean. I said Jelly Bean.
Jelly Bean.
I was about to get dirty there. It's got a quad-core 1.4 gigahertz with Jelly Bean for $180.
It's not Halle Bean, is it?
Halle Bean. It's got Halle Bean.
Halle Bean. It's hot.
So Barney Stinson, nice, asks, what do we think of the Moto X phone? Well, considering it hasn't been, it's been acknowledged by Motorola. That's clear now, but nobody still specs are up in the air. Although I've been watching Twitter today, and apparently some of the things that have been, I don't know, they didn't call it a rumor, but maybe it's been acknowledged by Motorola, but they're saying that the customizations on it are as far as colors, engravings, and wallpapers. Whatever the hell that means.
The thing is, right, from the specs that got leaked a while ago, I got a pen, I don't know why I got a pen. But yeah, from the specs
that got leaked. Makes you look important, like you're smart. Hey, it makes you look like you're smart, Sam.
Well, to be fair, I don't need it, do I? But anyway, I digress.
You need about 10 pens.
Cheeky bitch. Right. Anyway, Moto X phone. Let's not get off topic. The Moto X phone. I think I read it was going to have like a 10 megapixel. These are the images that got leaked by EveLeaks. I think it was a 10 megapixel image.
Right.
But the specifications was some kind of dual core with like 1 gig of RAM. I'm thinking that doesn't sell to me as the next big thing. Personally, I don't think anywhere. Unless they've got some amazing tweak in there that makes it just shit hot. But
the specs that I'm reading that were rumored as of June 15th were 720p touch display. That was that was a rumor that was widely traveled around the 1.7 gigahertz dual core Snapdragon S4 processor with 2 gigs of RAM and 16 gigs of internal storage, 10 megapixel camera, rear camera, 2 megapixel front facing camera, but it is running Android 4.2.2. 4.7 inch display.
Yeah, I expected running 4.3.
Yeah. Now previous rumored specs on it though was it was going to have an NVIDIA Tegra 4i processor, 16 megapixel camera, and a 5 megapixel front facing. That type of rumor, I would say, doesn't even make sense. You're going from current Tegra 3 processors to being like, oh, by the way, the Moto X phone is going to have a Tegra 4i, which I personally, I don't really look and follow like mobile processor news all that much, but I've never even heard of a Tegra 4i.
I don't like Tegra devices.
Well, I mean, nor do I. But aside from Tegra, I've never even heard of the Tegra 4i processor. Never heard it rumored, or anything. 16 megapixel camera, come on. 5 megapixel front-facing camera, come on. Now, I think that those rumors had been created based off of what the hell is his face from Google that made that comment to the news saying we're going to have DSLR-like quality cameras in our phones in the future. But do you really think they're going to bring that out like right away? You know what I mean? Like you got Samsung brings out a 13 megapixel camera, which is now like sort of the next generation standard for smartphone cameras these days, it seems. Do you think that Android is really going to progress from like that? I don't know, just me, but I think those rumors are bullshit personally.
I'm yes and no. I don't think it's going to be that great. I'll be completely honest, I can't see this Moto X phone being the best phone or the best thing since sliced bread. No. Is it going to be a good phone? Then probably. Is it going to beat the competitors? I don't think so, but that's because Motorola recently, they've not churned out any decent devices. Devices, but nothing amazing.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion. But going on the fact that with regards to the 16 megapixel, well, Sony will be launching the 20 megapixel phone.
Yeah.
And that's going to be like the competitor to the Nokia EOS Lumia 1020, whatever Nokia you're going to call it. Which I'll be in New York in a week's time. Right,
let's talk about that for a moment. You're going to New York. Sam has been invited to New York by Nokia to go to one of their exclusive press events, and this is going to be what, surrounding which device, Sam?
It's nobody's too sure what the name's going to be yet. The code name is EOS. Because as we all know, Canon EOS cameras, amazing quality cameras, and that's kind of like I think it's been the internal name for it. Because it's just going to be a beast of a camera phone. But a lot of people think it's going to be called the Lumia 1020. Because
what are the specs that we're going to be looking at for it?
Well, this is the thing. Nobody really knows, apart from one thing. 41 megapixel.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's I think that's something that we can be like guaranteed of seeing on that phone.
The whole marketing they've put on Twitter and stuff is 41 million reasons. That just confirms 41 megapixels. Yeah. 41 megapixels straight off the bat. Now, if anyone's seen the Nokia 808 PureView, the camera on that is the best camera on any phone on the market. I don't care what anybody says. Tony from Pocket Now, Anton Denagi, he will back me up on this one. He loves that. Absolutely adores that. There's a phone, it's crap. As a camera phone, it's amazing.
That's amazing, yeah. I think that's something that Nokia is still struggling. I think they probably think that they may have gotten it. I mean, mind you, you're friends with Nokia apparently. I don't even know them, but it's as if that's something that's a balance that they're having trouble kind of like finding. The whole like, let's get a great phone. Like our cameras on our phones as camera phones are amazing. but it's that user experience. It's that why the hell didn't you guys go to Android is basically what it comes down to. I mean, you know, in the end, right? I mean, can you imagine a 41 megapixel camera, but it's an Android phone? I mean,
can you imagine?
God.
Forget about 41 megapixel for a second. If you put the new Lumia 925, which I'm currently got on at the moment, which they've sent me to review, if you put Android on that device, I would say to anybody on the market, that is the best phone on the market. If that runs stock Android with Nokia, with the Nokia camera applications and some of the Nokia stuff that they built for Windows Phone, that would, no doubt, I would say this is the best phone on the market. What Nokia could do with Android, I don't believe any other company could do. Now, that's not just, I'm not saying that just because I'm going to New York and stuff like that. I truly believe it, that in terms of a company and innovation, Nokia outstrip everybody else. And the only company that I've spoke to the employees, they love working for Nokia.
Well, hang on. When you say Nokia as far as innovation, I mean, are you talking about just the cameras, or are you talking about like their software? Because it all comes down to software as well. There's only so much you can do with hardware.
Right, this is the thing. Nokia today could close down selling phones and make more profit than majority of smartphone manufacturers out there because of all the innovation they've done over the last 10 years. All these other manufacturers have to pay them patents. Same as like Microsoft. Every Android device that's sold, I believe, was rumored to be about $5 going to Microsoft for every Android device. Nokia have got similar agreements with Apple, with Samsung, with HTC, all these different companies. Nokia probably make more money in patents than do selling phones right now, which sounds pretty crazy, but that's where Nokia are at the moment. But in terms of a company that deserves it, just speaking to the engineers, this is not like the marketing side of it that throw this and throw that. You're saying, no, we do this, we do that. Just speaking to the engineers, speaking to how passionate they are and what they know about the mobile industry, it blows my mind. Completely blows my mind. Anyone's ever got the chance to go to a Nokia event and speak to the designers behind the phones and ask them why they did this, why they did that, they've got a legitimate answer, not just because, well, we thought it was best. They'll give you an exact reason as to the bare bones as to why it is like that. And again, it's not my Nokia PR campaign on here. I truly believe as a company, they deserve more than they're currently getting now. If they stick Android on their device, no doubt they'll be number 2 straight away. Yeah, they'll be number 2 right away, and I think that they would be edging up. Can you imagine YouTube? Can you imagine the tech world lighting up if Nokia adopted Android? I mean, it would be I can just see Samsung sitting around their conference table, being like staring at each other, just looking around, and just all they're saying is shit. We had it in a grasp.
Oh shit! What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Because you know, like, I mean, Nokia devices are plastic, are they not? But the thing is,
no. This is the thing.
Their build quality is completely different than that of Samsung's.
Where's my 925 gone?
He's like, where the hell is this bloody thing?
I'll find it in a bit, but yeah, the 925 is a kind of step towards the future for Nokia as well. A Nokia phone, predominantly the 920, is a polycarbonate in design. Does it feel cheap? No. Samsung also use polycarbonate in their S3 and their S4. Does it feel cheap? Yes. Why is that? Because Nokia use a better quality plastic. A polycarbonate plastic, whatever you want to call it, it is still plastic. The problem is that Nokia know how to create a quality phone using plastics. Samsung don't, and that's their issue.
I agree. That's the thing, is the quality of the plastics they're building. Hey, sweet for the beastly processor and the sweet-ass display, which I might add, they still haven't figured out, you know, oh, right, people go outside with our phones, and so maybe we should make these displays easy for them to fucking see.
Well,
I mean, sorry for my language, but goddamn, yesterday I was so pissed off, you know, when I'm out, just in my bloody car. I mean, inside a car, and I flip open, you know, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, I better turn the brightness up. So I'm like, oh, it already is all the way up. Right.
Now,
you know,
do you want to know something funny about that? Right, now, in the 925, it uses a Super AMOLED display, or an AMOLED display, one of the two. Now, as we all know, Samsung pretty much owns that technology. Right, so I'm guessing, I don't know, but I'm guessing that Nokia probably bought this kind of technology from Samsung.
Maybe paid some licensing or something.
Yeah, they may even buy the screens from, just like Apple buys screens from companies. Right?
Yeah.
But because Nokia have what's called their clear black technology, which adds like a filter on top of it,
Yeah.
I can view the screen outside,
Yeah.
and it's viewable.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yet Samsung can't do it to their own bloody thing. It sounds like we're bashing Samsung here, but this thing, if we'll tell you what we think.
Yeah.
Samsung are not perfect. Does Samsung make a quality phone that does everything you want it to do, and is it fast as hell? Yes. Is it the best built phone? No. Does it have the best software? No. Does it have the best of all of them? Maybe. It's kind of got a bit of everything.
Yeah.
But does it have the best of everything?
Yeah.
No. It just chucks everything into one package and goes, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, as far as Windows phones concerned, I just, you and I had this talk the other day, actually. We were talking about it, and we said, like, it's a nice operating system, and it's smooth, and it works well, apparently. I can't testify to that because I've never even held one. But
that's what I was saying. I was saying to him the other day that he should try and get himself a Windows phone to play with. Because, obviously, and as we all know, Jared's got an Android channel, but he's open to testing other things and, seeing what's outside the Android box. And that's something that I'm always talking about, is that maybe you should try something else. Not to move you away from Android, not to take you away from Android, because as we all know, I'm an Android fan. Android's my #1 current operating system.
Yeah.
But I'd like to test to see where's iOS, where's Windows Phone. I'm going to say BlackBerry, but probably not.
Yeah.
No offense to the Canadian.
That's it. The live stream's over. Nobody insults my country. No, but and that's actually something else I wanted to talk about. So modding Android has always been a popular thing, right? I mean, that's almost what the majority of my channel is based on. But the thing is that I find myself these days, actually since the Galaxy S3, I find myself, although still into rooting the phone, still into modding the phone, it's like the ROMs, the stock ROMs that like Samsung and HTC, for instance, have been putting on their phones these days, they're basically raw. I mean, they're raw, like they're highly customized ROMs. They're manufacturer versions, but as soon as Nexus comes out, right, that's stock Android. So that's what you see what Android's supposed to be like. But when you get into Galaxy S4 and HTC One, for example, those are all ROMs they put on it. And those ROMs, I mean, man, number one, yeah, they always have a few bugs here and there, but what custom ROM doesn't have bugs? And when you compare these manufacturer-based ROMs that have been in development, and like, for instance, the Galaxy S5, that's probably already in development and research R&D right now, I guarantee you that the TouchWiz for that is already being worked on right now. So they've got a huge amount of time to work on these ROMs, and they're so impressive now that some people are like, I hate TouchWiz. Well, I mean, it's although it's like the TouchWiz launcher, I've still pretty much just considered it a ROM, right? TouchWiz, Nature UX, that all goes. It's just a bloody ROM, right? Dude, that's some impressive stuff. Although it's got a bunch of features that I don't need. Well, let's put it this way: when I throw an AOKP, there's reasons why I don't have AOKP on my devices. I mean, I think it's a great ROM. I review the ROM, but there's reasons why I don't have it, because it's got so many bloody features that I never even use. And when the few times that I load AOKP and I start going through the settings, because you load a new ROM, let's spend the next hour going through the settings and customizing it, right?
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, I forget what 90% of those customizations were. And I have no idea. And the thing with those ROMs is that the more complicated, the more features they add to them. There's always issues down the road, and there's always bugs. Those custom AOSP-based ROMs are never, ever. I don't care how many people hate me for saying this, but I don't care how much you love CyanogenMod 10 and how stable it is. Even when they release the stable versions, this is our final release candidate, there's always still bugs. I could run a CyanogenMod stable final build for 6 months, and then the device will start to inhibit little weird situations like my gallery force closing or the camera force closing. If my wife, for instance, her Galaxy S3, I never ended up rooting it for her. So it's been all stock Samsung on there this whole time since it first came out, and she's never once had her camera force close on her. I mean, she's had some strange battery issues over time, but I mean, let's face it, we all know that's probably user fault.
Most of the time,
all the time, listen, you've got too much shit on your phone. But nothing's it's a solid ROM, right? And nowadays with the Galaxy S4, the HTC One, if I was to flash a custom AOSP ROM, well, there goes my Beats audio. I mean, yeah, there's all these other ways that you can like flash this firmware back on, and get it working somehow, but it never works perfectly, and it always ends up screwing something else up. Like,
yeah, but let's go back to the camera.
Yeah,
that's the thing. You lose the.
That's a whole other thing. Exactly. The hardware of the HTC One's camera is synced up with the software, isn't it? Like,
yeah, it's been designed for the software to work with the hardware they chose. They chose the 4 mega ultra, whatever you want to call it, pixel lens with the light it can take in to take advantage of it via the software. Now, stock Android doesn't do that, and that is something you lose. And as we're saying, AOKP, CyanogenMod, Pac-Man, don't matter what it is, any of the AOSP-based ROMs, as cool and as awesome as they may sound, you lose the functionality you buy that phone for. If you want an AOSP device, buy an Nexus 4.
Yeah.
I know some people go, no, I want a 1080p display, I want this, I want that.
Yeah.
I can understand, but you bought that device on the understanding it was that device. You didn't buy it just to flash something else.
They're not charging $650 just for the bloody hardware. You know what I mean? Otherwise, they may as well just charge what Google. They're charging all that money for all that software that they've developed that's proprietary to Samsung. I mean, that shit isn't easy. They have to pay these engineers a lot of money, like a team of engineers that probably have salaries of 150 grand a year or something. They have to pay these dudes, and so you're paying for the whole package. I mean, but yeah. So an interesting question. Which raises a good point. What is the storage space, let's say, on AOKP ROMs features versus what the S4 non-rooted phone features in reference to the stuff that doesn't get used?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? When you have a Samsung ROM on the S4, it takes like 9 gigabytes. Now, I know you were saying earlier it's down to Samsung Knox, which, fair enough, but I don't want Samsung Knox. Let me take it off and have my freaking gigabytes back.
Yeah.
I think on an AOSP-based ROM, I might be wrong, but it's about 2 gigabytes it takes off it. I might be wrong. I've not done the S4 AOSP-based ROM yet.
The S4, I think, is wait a minute. Let me try and re-understand this question. What is the storage space? Let's say on AOKP ROMs features. Oh, I think he's asking how much extra storage we get if you flash AOKP versus an S4. That's the thing that Sam and I were talking about actually earlier before the live stream. They've partitioned, Samsung has specially partitioned the internal hardware, and I believe it has something to do with Knox. And we can't get that back. Now, when Sam and I first got the S4s, I was like, dude, I can't wait, to flash some sort of AOSP-based ROM like AOKP or CyanogenMod to get all that bloody storage back. But after I did, I was like, Sam, and I was like on Skype with him. I'm like, dude, check it out. The storage is still gone. Like, where did it go? So when I looked into it, some of the like top level developers on XDA, like Adam Outler, for example, explained in a post basically saying, listen, this has been partitioned, and the only way to gain that memory back is by repartitioning the internal storage and doing all this. And that isn't as easy as you think. It's not as easy as just like going into Odin and then clicking repartition. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff involved in this because everything talks to each other. So if you remove something out of the equation, then from what I understand, you're looking at a totally brick device, like possibly and actually, like, and Galaxy devices are hard to brick, man. Let me tell you. I mean, everyone's always saying they brick their devices. Those are soft. Last night I borked my Samsung S4, but I knew that I was going to be able to get it back. In fact, it was so badly borked, Sam, that I couldn't even ADB push anything to it. The drivers were installed and everything. I couldn't ADB push. So if it wasn't for the fact that I could Odin, I used Odin to do all kinds of. It was just a nightmare. But anyways, yeah. So the S4 actually that raises another point for me. Is a pain in the ass lately. It is so fragmented. Like, it is so fragmented, dude.
Yeah, you were saying
what they've done recently.
You've got the i30. What is it? i30 something, whatever.
i337M. So there's the AT&T model and then the Canadian variant. So you got the i337 AT&T or a couple other different US variants.
And then you got my model.
Your model, i95. Yep. And
then the i9500.
Yeah. So what we've discovered is that see, now the thing is the i9500 is going to be more segregated than all of our devices. i337, i337M, was the M919, which is I think is the T-Mobile version, I think, and the i9505. We can all share ROMs. Yay, community! Yeah. The i9500, because of Samsung and their fucking proprietary Exynos processor, those guys are sitting over there like shit. Like, and I even had a guy leave a comment on one of my ROM videos for the S4, and he's like, "Oh man, this sucks." He's like, "I thought the octa-core would be sweet to have, but there's no ROMs for it." And I was like, "Oh, shitty, that must suck." I mean,
add to the fact that nothing uses quad core, and if you think I'm gonna put stock Android on my quad core, on my octa-core device, sorry, well, guess what? You've then got a device that cannot use all 8 cores because stock Android can't.
Yeah.
That's just a fact.
Yeah.
Somebody said in the question, which I'm gonna have to come back to.
Yeah.
Where was it? I think it was Guy Fawkes. He goes, Nokia hardware sucks for their price tags. I don't know where you've been looking at your Nokia devices if you're buying them in $1 million pound land, but Nokia do a 520, a 620, 720, 820, 920, 925. The 520, which I currently sell in the store where I work, for £115, which is roughly about $160, $170. If you can buy a better build quality device than that, then I will buy you a Nokia 520 myself and ship it to you, because I guarantee you cannot buy a better quality device for that price tag. Because even though it's their lowest end phone, the 520, the build quality is freaking awesome.
Hey, Sam, how many people do we have in here with us right now?
We currently have 24 people, it says.
24 people? Give me 1 second.
Oh. So while Jared's gone, and obviously doing his thing, if you've got any questions, you can ask them in the comments down below. We are going through them little by little bit. And also ask on Twitter, at Samjpullen, and Jared, as you can see, is at SmokingAndroid. You can ask us questions while we're online right now. And Twitter's probably the best place because it updates quicker. So if you want to ask us in the comments down below, just do ask us. And Jared's going to take over here. And I think
since Sam and I haven't done a live stream in a while, I said to him, "Hey, let's see, our core audience, the guys that really, do follow us often, for the sort of our back to the live stream sort of thing here. Sam and I collect a lot of cases when we get new devices, and I have a ton of cases right now. So considering we've got a few people in here right now, I figured let's just give away some cases, I guess.
Why not?
So let's see. How are we gonna do this giveaway? Like quick little phone giveaways here. I'm thinking like I think I told you last time we would just do everybody pick a number between 1 and 50 or something like that. Something or like 1 and 100 maybe. And
before we go any further, I just have to just do this once again. Guy Fawkes again, he's put off contract. Yeah, £115 is off contract. There's no contract with that at all. And I think it's in America. Obviously, I don't know if the 520. I think it's the 521 that's on T-Mobile. I don't know how much it is, but that's the 521. It's the same as the 520. But yeah, 520. Even 620 is only £160, £169, which is about $220. Again, you won't buy a better price phone for.
Don't argue with Sam. Don't argue with Sam. That's an uphill battle, man. Trust me.
He knows. He knows very well.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. Regarding this, I suppose you could ask a question related to your channel or related to you, something very simple that somebody has to go find, and then give the answer in the comments or tweet you it. Which
that's a good one too, isn't it? That's a good one. Shit, I don't know.
Wow, you could. I've got an idea. You could take a picture from Instagram. Don't post it anywhere apart from Instagram. You have to go to instagram.com/SmokingAndroid. And then put the comment down below what the actual picture is. Because then anyone that's on a computer now or on a phone can do it. And everyone that's here should be able to do it.
Okay, I can do that.
Take a picture of anything.
That's an easy one.
Random. It's very random.
That's an easy one. So, maybe, yeah, okay. But then nobody, yeah, okay. Because you'll be able to, just so everyone knows, you can find me on Instagram. It's just a smoking Android, so real easy to do. So let me.
And for anyone that's not watching live now, obviously this is maybe an incentive to maybe watch live in the future.
In the future.
Or what you could do is take a picture of the item you're going to give away.
Yeah, but then they'll be like, oh, it's an HTC case, and it's like, well, I've got several of those. You know what I mean? Like,
very, very true. Very, very true. As long as it's not a dirty picture.
I'm trying to pick a cool. Oh, that's a good filter. I like filters. They're fun to play with. X Pro 2 filter. All right, let's post that. And I was like just about to post it to Twitter because I always do, but that would not really help, would it?
No,
all right, it's posting. All right, the picture has been posted.
This picture has been posted. This way people go, yeah.
Oh, your audio's cutting out, or maybe it's me.
It's probably you.
Oh, okay. All right, we're good now.
Right, so it's the first person that actually pops up down below. There's a slight delay on it. So whoever pops up in the comments down below, and the first person, I'll take a screenshot of it so you can actually see who it is. You'll be with the winner of whatever Jared decides that he's giving away. You don't even said what it is yet.
No, I haven't, have I?
I suppose it's good to ask them what they've got.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me if you have like an HTC One, a Galaxy S3, a Galaxy S4, a Nexus 4. Yeah, I'll send it anywhere, man. Worldwide. I don't mind. It's just a case. Shipping shouldn't be too much money.
Be a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
Right, I have a winner.
Uh-oh.
The person that I've got down in the first person popped up is called Mike Bellyfield.
Bellyfield, okay, Mike Bellyfield, and what kind of phone do you have, Mike Bellyfield?
I like it. What phone do you have, Mike Bellyfield?
There you go. Yeah, he showed up. So what kind of phone do you have? Do you want a case for, man? I hope you have something that I have actually. I even have ones for the Galaxy Note 2 as well. Some real nice ones for the Galaxy Note 2.
And if you've got an iPhone 4S, 4 or 5, then I can ship a case you instead because I've got those.
So Mike, we're still waiting for you to tell us. Have you gotten it up yet? Maybe because there's a delay, right?
Yeah, I think there's like a 30-second delay between us talking and then people seeing it on YouTube.
Yeah.
So yeah. But in the meantime, what else shall we do? What else can we talk about?
By the way, guys, we'll probably do this a couple more times throughout the live stream, so there's incentive for you to keep watching us. You like us, right?
We like free stuff. Mike says Mike says Galaxy S4.
Galaxy S4, eh? All right. Mike, how would you like a Actually, you got a few options, to be honest with you, Mike. We've got one of these GSON cases that I've reviewed in the past. I'm willing to part with the black SU case, if you like. You may not be able to see too well, but there's the black SU case. Premium calfskin leather, handmade. It's black.
And if you've not seen the review of that, there was a review on my channel of the red one. If you wanna go watch that video. Have you got the video on your channel yet?
For which one? This one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I did do that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you want to go see the black one, go check out Jared's channel.
Yeah. Mike, what we'll do is you can go ahead and just private message me on YouTube. I suppose we probably should have thought about this a little further, eh? Mike, go ahead and message me on YouTube, and then I'll just message you back and kind of give you some options on.
And it's pronounced Belfield. Do apologize, Mike. Belfield.
Belfield.
Yeah, my bad. I read it wrong. My bad. I know. My bad. Sorry, Mike.
Alrighty. So that was cool. So we'll be getting him a nice case for your S4, Mike. One thing I do want to talk about, Sam, are you going to be getting a PlayStation 4 and Xbox One?
Oh, I'm not sure. I've currently got a PS3 and I've currently got a normal Xbox 360.
Yeah.
I might do. If I do, I'm undecided because of the whole online thing that Xbox was going to have and now it doesn't have.
Yeah.
That leads to me that they could just go, oh, by the way, we're turning that on now. Now you've all bought them. What if they did that? no one's reported that they could do that. They could literally come out and go, by the way, we're having the terms of agreement getting updated, and if you don't agree to them, you can't use Xbox Live. And these are the new terms and conditions, and they are the ones we told you about, and it's tough shit.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what people will do?
Yeah, yeah.
What would you do if they did that to you? If they said to you, right, we've got rid of all that, you don't have to be online, don't have to be this, don't have to be that, and then 6 weeks down the line, when all these people have bought these new Xbox Ones,
they just change it.
All of a sudden they go, we've got an update to the user agreement. We're glad you've all bought them, and you're all screwed. And if you don't agree to it, you can't play your games online.
I would,
thank you for buying that $40 or $60 Xbox.
I'd turn around and sell it right away. The thing is,
who's gonna buy it from you though?
There's always console fanboys, and they don't give a shit either way. I mean, like even before Microsoft recently changed their policy for it, for the upcoming Xbox One, there were still people, like, I still had friends that were like, I don't care, I'm getting it anyways, you know? They're like, I don't care if it's always connected. He's like, it's not like I pay per megabyte, you know? And I'm like, oh, that's a good point, but for me, I think I'm leaning towards the Xbox One now because they've changed that policy, because, and it's funny because Microsoft's like, oh, we're changing the policy because we've heard our community. Is it because you've heard the community, or is it because you guys went to the board, you know, like the board of directors that sit around, they're like, listen, we're going to lose literally millions of dollars if we don't change this right now. It's got nothing to do with what the community cares about. They're like, listen, they're going to buy the PlayStation 4. No one's going to give a shit about the Xbox One because of this retarded policy we have in place. We're going to lose millions of dollars on launch. Like, there was if they wouldn't have changed it, it would have been like, that would have been the end of Xbox. There's no way they would have been able to make their money back. I mean, I'm saying this without any business experience like that, but I mean, seriously, like, man.
I mean, I don't know. I've always liked my PlayStation, so I'm just gonna take it off there. I've always liked my PlayStations because I always liked the controller. Yeah. I'm not feeling the new controller that they've announced. I don't know. It just looks a bit too I don't want to use the crappy on touchpad that they've created on it.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of it. If I want to play a console, I want a console. I want my pad. I don't want to be going, ugh.
Well, it's just for the cursor, though, right?
Yeah, but let's be honest. All these game companies are going to start sticking it in and going, oh, by the way, if you want to do this in the game, you've got to...
That's true. That's true. That's true, yeah.
Because they're going to make innovation out of this crappy touchpad. I mean, it's like what's on the PS Vita. Again, you can touch the back of it. That makes more sense because it's a hand console and it's always there.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool idea.
This is a freaking controller, and I don't want to be going, ugh.
Yeah.
Ugh. Or take my hand off to go, boom. It's like, I don't want to play Temple Run on my PS4.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I don't want to play Temple Run. I don't want to play Angry Birds on it.
Well, the PS4 is going to be getting like way more games apparently right off the hop than Xbox is.
It looks like the PS4's for the gamers this time. I don't know, and the Xbox One's more
entertainment-wise, family entertainment system. Yeah,
and I think that's where Microsoft. That's where they want to go. They don't want the hardcore gamers, believe it or not, because how many hardcore gamers are there versus your family person that goes, "We'll have an Xbox One in the living room. We've got everything with it. It's our DVR, it's our games console. It does everything you want it to do.
Yeah.
It's our internet box. We don't need a computer. We can run Windows 8 on it because obviously, as we all know, it runs Windows 8. Does the Xbox One?
Yeah.
Which that makes me go.
So what do you think about all these Android consoles coming out now?
You know my thoughts on these Android consoles coming out right now.
That's where, for those of you watching, this is where Sam and I's opinion starts to differ quite a bit because I think it's awesome. Sam doesn't agree as much. He doesn't think it's a terrible thing, but I mean,
it's not. No, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm not saying that they should never do them. The problem that I've got is that I can see it going in the mobile game industry's gone already. Games have progressively got more expensive every single freaking console. They seem to add like another £5 or another $5 to $10 every time, and they go, "Oh no, the RRP's this, but it's going to be low when it's launched," and then they're not. It's like, you bastards. I can see Ouya or Ouya, however you want to say it, those kind of games consoles getting the games exclusively for this, $20, And then our old $5 games that we thought Nova, well, hey, it's a $4.99 game, is now $20 or it's now
But that's the thing,
£15.
though, that the price of games has steadily increased since the beginning of Android, right? As soon as, like, if you remember, like, I think it was just when Shadowgun, the original Shadowgun came out, I think that was one of the first, like, real, like, graphically intensive type games, and it was like, what, $6 right off the hop. People were like, holy shit, like, what? You know, like $6 for a game, that's unheard of. People were paying like $2 for apps at the time at most, right? Like really well-made games and applications, $2. And the price has steadily gone up. Now for really well-made, I mean, how much are we paying for good quality launchers these days, man? You know what I mean?
Sorry to go a bit off topic, but I have to pull this in. People hopefully should know who SPB Shell are. Now, they got purchased by, I think, by a company called Yandex. And it's now, I think it's the Yandex kind of lot. I think it might be Yandex. Right, so they've renamed it anyway. It's no longer SPB Shell. It's something else Shell. I think it's Yang. I'm going to have to search for this now.
Let's search for that, yeah.
And it's like £10. I'm like,
what? That's better. That's better than it was, at least, right?
Yeah, Yandex Shell, right? It's I've already had it before, so.
I'll look it up right now. I don't have it.
The SPB Shell is currently about £10 in the UK. Same price for Yandex Shell, but it's no different.
They still have SPB Shell 3D though.
Yes. Now the thing is, the people that bought SPB Shell are no longer going to get those updates.
Oh, right? Shitty! That sucks.
You've got to go pay another £10 or $15, whatever it's going to work out at, to get the new one. I'm like, you bastards.
Dude, it's had over 5 million downloads.
Yes.
And I don't see them charging for it, dude.
Well, that's the thing. I think you have to pay for it once you've. I think it was one of them. Or is it TF Launcher? Sorry, that's the one. Yandex went free. TF Launcher, is it?
Yeah, TF? What's it?
Or is it TSF or something like that?
TSX? TSX, maybe? TSX
No,
Launcher? I can't remember the name. Let me.
Yeah, TSF Launcher, I'm pretty sure it is.
Is it TSF? Yeah. Searching it right now. No, I can't. Yeah, TSF Shell. Yeah,
and it's like, how much is that? It's like £10 or something, isn't it?
$16.54.
Yeah, right. And that is exactly the same as it's the same. It's exactly the same as SPB Shell.
My God.
But the thing is, they're both complete utter shit. Sorry for my language, but I hate them. They're too graphical. They slow it down. Something like Nova, I would give all these.
Yeah, but have you run them on like the HTC One or S4 now?
I tried it on my S4.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and the battery drain just goes blue. Yeah,
it looks nice. Hot though, man. It's a nice. It's free. It's free.
What
it's like SPB. It's basically SPB Shell for free.
Which is Yandex.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was thinking of the wrong one. My bad. It was TFS Shell. It's an exact clone of SPB Shell, right? And this is something I don't like. That this is, some people go like, oh yeah, we'll buy this for 10. That's £10 for a fucking launcher.
Yeah.
I'd buy my French, right? For a launcher. Now, consider if they start charging £10, £15 for a game.
Yeah.
Right. It then makes the idea of these Ouyas and all these little Android boxes redundant, because number one, you're going to have to update that Android box in a year or so when the games get too popular for it, too hardcore for it.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Whereas a PS4, it's probably going to last you 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. And that's an interesting topic, man, because they design the consoles for the long term, right? Like the PS4, or sorry, the PS3, the Xbox 360. I mean, there was like 8-year friggin' time spans, right? So these are meant to be like maximum 10-year plans. These devices.
And that's why you get $400 for it.
Yeah, and the thing is with Android, because like you don't have to really do these major updates with the operating systems that both consoles are running on. I don't know what the PS4 is running on, but from what I understand, the Xbox One is basically running on Windows 8 or something like that.
Yeah, like pretty much that,
version of it. You know, with Android, I mean, it updates often, and technology, the hardware for it is, I mean, this shit is insane. What was it, 3 years ago, the HTC Hero, and now we're at, you know, it was
a 600 megahertz processor.
Yeah, 600 megahertz processor, 512 megabytes of RAM, and a shitty display, and now we're rocking, you know, quad core. You can clock them up to like 2.3 gigahertz if you want to, 2 gigs.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and so shit changes so fast. It's so fast paced with mobile devices, more specifically Android. That Wii console, you know, I want one.
Idea, the great idea. I just don't think in the long term it's going to be as popular and as great as a lot of people are kind of, you know, jizzing about.
I think if it was modular, like what we were seeing at, what was it, CES 2013 with the modular, like what people were calling the Steam box. Like, oh, it's the Steam box. It's the Steam box.
That makes sense.
Something like that. That makes sense, man. Because
but they're $1,000.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Fuck me. That's expensive, man.
It's $1,000 to $100.
And it's just a dedicated gaming machine, is it not? I mean, or is it?
Well, I think you can. I think you could run Windows.
I think you can operate system on it. Yeah. So
dude,
I mean,
that's still $1,000 for a
that's
little
still $1,000 for this. Yeah.
But we're saying that. But how much do we pay for his phone?
But the thing is though, is that once, you know, when it comes to production and they start actually selling, there'll be some sort of intuitive thing like, yes, you can upgrade the RAM, you can upgrade the video card if you want to. When as Steam game developers start releasing games that require more performance, I'm sure there'll be some sort of intuitive software that you can just plug in your bloody video card. It'll accept it. Maybe you have to go into settings and click register and download drivers from all of the like pre-approved. You're just a jackass. You know that? You're just a jackass. Sam's got a pen that projects the Sony logo, and he thinks it's the coolest thing in the world. I
love it.
Yeah.
This is the best thing Sony have made. This is the best thing Sony have made in about 10 years.
Shit.
It actually works.
Sorry, and it's more visible than the screen on their Xperia Z and ZL.
The viewing angles on this, amazing.
Amazing viewing angles.
Yeah. I can actually view it without having to be like that.
Yeah. Dude, I can't tell you how many people have been so pissed off at me with my Sony ZL review, man. Oh my god. You shut up! The Sony ZL's got an amazing display. This is the best device on the market. I'm like, you obviously have no idea what you're talking about. But hey,
but you know what they did is they bought the device and like, no, it's the best thing ever. And then they're thinking, oh my god, this guy's ripping my phone apart.
Yeah, this guy's ripping it. Yeah, it's too late to return it. I've already dropped it, and there's a crack on the plastic on the back.
And they're like, no, shut up! You don't know anything about phones.
Yeah,
oh,
just
go away.
Self-purchase justifications, because that means that they have buyer's remorse, and well, if you already have the device, why are you looking at more reviews?
Yeah, because they're trying to get that satisfaction of somebody. Yeah. This is the best phone.
That's it. This is, you spent your money wisely, sir. No, it's like, you know what I mean? Because they know, and if they had any doubt, if they didn't have a doubt in their mind, they wouldn't bother, right? Like,
agreed.
I mean, you know, it's just, you've already proven yourself wrong by watching the video and commenting that type of. Anyways, we're totally off topic.
Yeah, we're completely going off topic. Yeah, we can't do this though. That's
I actually was surprised that this year's consoles weren't of the modular type. Like, I fully expected some sort of upgradability in the hardware. I honest to God was like, you guys watch. You were going to be able to upgrade the video card. You watch, and they come out, and it's like, it's all built in and shit. And I'm just like, are you serious? We can't do anything with it? Like, what?
Yeah, but again, it's all about that long-term thing. They don't want to be able to change a game that comes out in 2.5 years' time, saying, if you want to play it, you got to buy a new graphics card, because that ruins the whole console idea.
Yeah.
That's what a PC is for, that's what they think.
You know what I'm looking forward to, though, is Battlefield 4. That game looks absolutely amazing.
It looked pretty sexy, didn't it?
Amazing!
That's it. Jared needs 5 minutes to go clean up.
Yeah. Next topic. Someone was asking, I think.
Somebody asked about Ouya, which we just kind of.
Oh, right, yeah.
Kind of talked about.
Yeah. That's even the reviewers are a little bit disappointed with it.
We've got Dry Chat who says he still thinks the Galaxy Nexus has got the best display. What's your take on that? Did you have a Galaxy Nexus?
The Galaxy Nexus? No, I never got my hands on one. I mean, that was an AMOLED display, was it not?
Yeah, Super AMOLED 720p.
Yeah. I mean, it's old technology. You can't really compare old AMOLED displays to brand new HD 1080p AMOLED displays.
It's one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, I bought my father-in-law one.
This is broke. This is the world's first Wi-Fi version of the Galaxy Nexus.
Did you flash it into the ground?
No. I put a micro SIM adapter inside the back of there. You know where the pins are?
Oh, yeah.
And the pins got stuck, and I'm like, ping! No way.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It's not awesome. I was about to sell it like 2 days later.
That's so funny.
I was going to sell it, but then obviously no one wants to buy a Wi-Fi version of a phone.
No, I don't think anyone's particularly interested in that. Unless you're selling it for like $25 or something that someone could just use it as an extra, something to watch movies on, you know?
This ain't no iPod.
No.
I suppose I could sell it as the Nexus iPod.
Yeah, you can always do that. The Google iPod? The Google iPod?
The Galaxy Nexus Music.
The Galaxy, fuck, I don't know.
Got to admit, I think what Droid Chat meant by that, he actually said he was the best looking in terms of best looking devices.
Oh. I thought it was ugly as hell. I thought the Galaxy Nexus was ugly.
I don't agree about the back. I think the back's a bit fugly. The sides look pretty nice. In the hand, that's probably the best device, one of the best devices I've ever held. From the front, I think it looks nice in the Nexus 4.
The best device I've ever held in my hand?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. In terms of best quality, definitely. But I mean, the way...
No, not even quality. I think this is the most comfortable device I've ever held in my hand.
This is very similar, though, because it's got the rounded kind of edges. It goes round.
Doesn't hold a candle to my HTC One, homie.
It probably won't because it's plastic. But this was a plastic phone, and this was a good plastic phone from Samsung. Why couldn't they do this the S3 and the S4?
Jordan asks, thoughts on the display on the Nexus 4. It's pretty good. I like it. Some people don't. I like it. Yeah. At the time of release of the Nexus 4, it was the best LCD screen you could get on the market.
Whoa.
Yes. Screw you.
No.
Yes.
You never had a HTC One X then, because that's got the best 720p display for that size of screen.
No, screw you.
Hands down.
No.
Yes.
No, screw you.
Massively.
Screw you.
No.
And then the next... And
best
then the next
one
best,
on the market, trust me.
Then the next best is now the HTC One as far as LCD displays are concerned. That is currently the best one on the market at the moment.
This is the thing. What do you prefer, the Galaxy S4 screen or the HTC One display?
Shit. All around, outside, and I'm talking about things like factors like we were mentioning before, like outdoor visibility and whatnot. The HTC One. The outdoor visibility on the HTC One is uncomparable. But I love those colors that the AMOLED display produces, man. And I'm not talking about for photos and shit like that. I'm talking about, just like going through the UI, games, things like that.
Flat images on AMOLED display, Super AMOLED display, flat images look a lot nicer. Yeah. Whereas, like, I'd say more detailed things looks better on the LCD. Mm-hmm. Now, the thing is, the one I run the Stark icon pack on my S4, and it's all flat, and it looks amazing. The problem I've got with AMOLED displays still is their pen tile, and that's the thing. I don't care if it's 1080p.
Yeah, but it's a different type of pen tile now, though. What was the name of it?
Diamond. It's the same. Yeah, it's just being flipped sideways.
So they've done that with it, right? So they were able to like put more and stack them more in. But that's the thing, is that it's kind of a tricky way. They're almost like, we wish we were RGB.
But they can do RGB. The Galaxy S2 was RGB.
They can, but it costs a lot more to manufacture RGB displays because
it's not just that, though, is it?
Rare
it's with how long they'll last as well. Apparently, they don't last as long.
Oh, really? I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, no, apparently, because that's one. A lot of people I know keep telling me the Galaxy S2, their Galaxy S2 displays have died off. And obviously, I've got a Galaxy S2, and mine's perfectly fine. It's a lot duller than it used to be. I don't know if that's what they mean, but yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, the S4's got a nice display,
Mhm.
but when you look at it close up, I can still tell it's got that slight pentel edge to it.
Green Machine 440 says the Oppo Find 5 display blows HTC One's display. What do you think? You have both devices. What do you think?
I don't agree with that. I mean, the Oppo Find 5, for as great a display as it's got, no, mate, I think the HTC One's still got probably a better display. They're both very similar in outdoor light. That's one thing. This is pretty. I got to admit, I was impressed by the outdoor because I don't think it uses the LCD3, which I think that's what the HTC One uses. I don't know what screen technology this one uses. To be fair, because I don't think Oppo put those figures out there.
Yeah.
But I tell you something. If you put Nexus 5 on that, I'd buy that as a Nexus device tomorrow.
Yeah.
That is what the Nexus 4 should now be. They should now swap it for something like that because the build quality of this phone, freaking out of this world. It is amazing. Again, plastic phone.
But they did it right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a nice heavy, but not too heavy device. It's a
I'm
nice
really
size.
surprised. You and I talked about this a little while ago as well. You know, the Oppo Find 5 is such a bloody nice device, but it hasn't got nearly as much coverage as, I mean, obviously there's marketing involved with HTC and Samsung, but, I mean, you'd think that, like, you know, because tech reviewers, I think, are always, we like to find the underdogs of things, whether it be the underdog app developer or the underdog accessory manufacturer that just has a great product, and it's always like, yeah, I'm gonna be, you know, among the first to, you know, show the world how awesome this is. You'd think that the Oppo Find 5 would be like I mean, in terms of YouTube land, fucking all over the place, right?
You think?
But it really isn't. It really isn't, and it really surprises me. When I found out about the Find 5, I'm like, wow, I really hope that the tech world blows this thing up so that it becomes like sort of something that you walk into a carrier store and see sitting there as an option to buy.
The thing is, though, no carrier's taken it at all. I don't know one carrier worldwide that's taken the device on, and I think it's down to nobody knows who Oppo are.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's no marketing for it.
I mean, look at the Huawei, however they want to say it. They're the third largest manufacturer of phones worldwide. Right,
yeah.
They're only second behind Apple and Samsung in terms of pure sales and whatnot.
Yeah.
We sell something in my store called the Ascend P2. Right, for £20 a month, you get the phone completely free, which is about $27 to $28, something around that price. Right, and for that you get unlimited internet, pure unlimited internet. Right, you don't get many minutes. You get about 100 minutes, 5,000 texts, but most people don't need minutes nowadays because they use online.
Yeah. Right,
and for £20 a month. It has a fantastic phone. It's faster than a Galaxy S3. That is how fast it is. I've got 2 gigabytes of RAM, got a 720p display, 13 megapixel camera, and a quad-core processor clocked at 1.5 gigahertz. But I try and sell them to people. They have no idea. They're just like, meh. I mean, Homer Simpson won't even buy one, and that's the problem. And that's what's really annoying. People will not consider them. But then again, people wouldn't consider HTC 2 or 3 years ago. They're like, who are they? So, but the thing is, Huawei've got a bad name because it looks like, who are we?
Yeah. So, yeah. Who are we?
I don't know.
Hey, let's do another giveaway.
Oh, another giveaway. Ooh.
Got my little box of goodies here. All right, let's just do an easy one because there's too many people being like, how the hell do I enter this giveaway? And we're like, well, just go to Instagram. And some people are like, I can't find you on Instagram.
Really quickly to Mike, if you can send a private message to Jared with your shipping information, it needs to have your name, address, and a contact number because the couriers always ask for them if you're doing international shipping.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not going to track you down to give you free shit, so you're going to have to private message me, all right?
So, yeah, send Jared an email. Yeah. Can he email you, yeah? Or do you want him to private message on YouTube?
Yeah, he can email me or private. Yeah, email is probably easier. Just jared@thesmokingandroid.com. Nice and easy for you.
Yeah.
So how are we going to do this next one? Actually, how many people watching right now have a Galaxy S3? Because I've got some shit for the Galaxy S3 I need to unload.
Yeah, guys, when I start doing a giveaway, I've got all this stuff to give away.
Yeah, Sam's got stock. He can open up his own accessory store.
I've got a substantial amount of stuff that I've just neglected to give away yet. So
Yeah.
I'm going to start giving away this stuff on the live streams as well. So shall I do this one then, or do you want to do this one?
Well, I'd like to find out
Yeah, does
how many,
anybody
if any.
Anybody in the room have a Galaxy S3? If you do, leave a comment down below or tweet us. That's the quickest way to tell us.
Yeah.
We get notifications that way. If you, guys, we've got a guy called Clive says, as you guys want to support the underdogs, install my ROMs. Well, Clive, you have to tell us what your ROM is.
Yeah, what's the ROM? Where do we find it? Is it EOS or is it stock-based ROM?
And we've got another one. It says, could you check out my Kickstarter for vloggers and maybe give a shout out? And it's kik.st/15q54gl. So yeah.
So we've got Mr. checking that out myself right now.
Yeah, I'll have a look at that. And Mr. Rock Tech, he has a Galaxy S3.
Mr. Rock Tech, you have a Galaxy S3. Are you the only one that has a Galaxy S3? Because if you are, you're getting something.
You've won automatic. You win by default.
Yeah.
This is where everyone goes, we've got Galaxy S3s.
Yeah, I got one! Let me tell you guys, if you want to get free shit just for the purpose of selling it, it's not as easy as you think selling cases locally on Craigslist. I've tried in the past and I've just given up, so I give everything away now to my friends and stuff. That just nobody buys anything.
Right, that Kickstarter was a vlogger filming, editing, share your vlogs on your iPhone. He's currently got 20 backers. It's got $750 out of $6,000 goal. And it's taken the hassle out of vlogging. No more lugging around an extra camera. No more buying expensive equipment. Fast, easy, and native way to edit your footage. It looks like a pretty good idea, actually. Is it only going to be iOS though? Because if it is, then we're probably not going to plug it. Completely honest, we probably won't plug it. I'm being completely honest now. I'll probably just ignore it because I've got an iPhone 5, but I'm not carrying it around just to vlog with. I'd rather do it on my S4 or HTC One. Actually, my HTC One because it's got a better front-facing camera.
Okay. Anyways, giveaway time. So
back to Mike, to Mr. Rock Tech.
Yeah, Mr.
Oh, no, Mike also has one, but Mike,
Mike also has one. Mike, you wanker! You're already getting some free shit.
Is Mr. Rock Tech, are you Rockwell on Twitter? Rockwell7. If you can hear me on Twitter, Rockwell7. Because if it is, then you've won automatically. Because he tweets to me all the time. He's a nice guy. So
yeah. Okay. Mr. Rockwell, you have the choice between, actually, Jesus, I've got a lot of, no, not so much for the Galaxy S3, but I've got some things. So, Mr.
wallet case.
Yeah, so, we've got this, this wallet case. It's called Bat Case. This was sent to me by a Kickstarter, a fully funded Kickstarter campaign as well. Here's the case here. It's a wallet case, as you can see. This is really, really, really premium quality leather. This just smells and feels absolutely amazing. So you've got your wallet, a 3-slot sort of on the back there, and then it's just an open face design. Really, really, really nice case. Or
if you want to see the video on that, there is one on Jarrah's channel.
Yep, there's one for that on my channel. And I also have this extended battery. It's actually a piggyback battery. So it comes with the backing here. But it comes with this. I suppose I could always take it out of the packaging, couldn't I? So you get to see a little better.
We've got just while you're doing that, just to really jump in there really quickly. We've got that TechFi where the guy, the Kickstarter, says that the Android version will be coming after the iOS version. You see, I've got to honestly, that pisses me off, and I'll be straight up and front honest with you. When companies, Twitter did it with Vine, Instagram did it with fucking Instagram. When you release an Android version afterwards, you're an afterthought to me, and that's just a complete and honest answer to you. So sorry, but probably not.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, so it's an extended battery that you actually plug your current Galaxy S3 battery into, and this is its own extended battery. So you'll get it's kind of sad. So it's about 1,620 milliamps plus whatever your current stock Galaxy S3 battery is. Yeah. So it's those two together, and then of course it comes with the
so it gives you 30. Is it 30? Is that 1,600 already?
You do the math for me. Yeah, this is 1,620. Yeah.
So 1,620 should be 3072. No.
There you go.
Yeah. 3072.
So Mr. Rock Tech, if you could go ahead and message me and let me know what you would like.
Yeah, Rockwell, you definitely win something there because again, the guy he, tweets to me all the time on Twitter. Seems like a really nice guy. So congratulations.
He doesn't
Rockwell.
fucking tweet to me.
Yeah, but I'm better than you.
So just because he tweets to you, I have to give my shit to him?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. Somebody has a Nexus 4. Guy, you have a Nexus 4?
Yeah, I've got some Nexus 4 stuff, but if you've
what kind of Nexus 4 shit do you have?
I've got loads of the poetic stuff.
Maybe bring some of those out.
Oh man, I've got a drawer over there.
Go over there then!
Yeah, it's too much of an effort.
Oh, get off and go over there!
Right.
I had to go over there to grab my box.
It might have been a drawer underneath all the iPhone 5 stuff I just done recently.
Well, why did you just offer, and then now you're rescinding your offer?
I'm not rescinding the offer. I'm saying it's all the poetic stuff. It's all on my channel. If you want to pick one, you can have one.
Oh, what an asshole. Okay. That said, I have a Cruiser Light Bug Droid circuitry case.
Well, yeah, he's got a video on that on his channel as well.
I have a video for that as well. So, I don't know, Guy, if you want that, you can have it. Do you want that, Guy? Leave something in the comment there.
We'll soon see if he leaves a comment after that one.
Cool. So, send me a private message. You guys, whoever's winning this stuff, you're going to have to send me private messages because I'm not going to track you down, and I'll lose track of what I was sending who. I mean, I suppose I could always go back and watch the video after, but I'm also
no. If you've won today and if you want the product, you got to make sure you either send Jared a message on YouTube. The best one is probably to email him, jared@thesmokingandroid.com.
Yeah, email
me. That's the best one because he'll have it in his inbox on YouTube. Because we get like comments, messages, and sometimes you get quite a lot of them on here. So
that's very true. Yeah, good point. Thank you.
Guy Fawkes wants that one, by the way. So Guy, if you can send Jared an email, jared@thesmokingandroid.com, he'll get that one sent out to you.
Yeah, so that's cool. All right, so
Tech Fair. I know again. I didn't mean to come across defensive if that's what it was, but it really annoys me when companies only develop for iOS and then go, "Oh, Android's coming soon."
It kind of gets on my nerve too because it's kind of like, well, yeah, I realize that there's a lot of iPhone and stuff, but
there's more Android devices.
There's more Android devices now. So on a what was I going to say? On a statistical level, it makes more sense to start developing for Android first versus iOS.
Or
that's what I've been telling.
Or try and develop at the same time. You know, yeah. I mean, I appreciate you're going to get it done before Instagram, but how about on same day release? Because Instagram even know now that you've got to release on the same day.
I got something here that someone might be interested in. It's actually a prototype.
I remember you telling me about that. Show me that one.
And I haven't talked with the company in God knows how long. This was a prototype that I wasn't supposed to show anybody or give away or anything like that. But they never sent me the finishing product, and someone tells me the finishing product is already available. So this is called a cord cruncher. It's a standard USB to micro USB. Okay, so let me get in front of the camera. That would make sense.
It's actually really clever. Is this? Watch this. It's really clever.
So you see how long it is at the moment, okay? But we can make it longer. Oops, I keep going the wrong way. So now it's, as you can see, you know, that long.
He's like,
and then it's really difficult to. Oh shit! I'm pulling headphones out of my. Turning into a nightmare of a podcast. And then all you got to do is just pinch the two ends here, and then you pull, and it goes back to normal size again.
It's a very clever idea.
Does anybody want that? I can send that out to somebody. I've never used it. They just sent it to me to give them my opinion and see what they can change.
Because I came up with the idea, didn't I? Because regards to, obviously, it kind of flaps around. Create something where it plugs into each other.
Yeah, so it just kind of clips in or plugs into each other. But
see, I've got something similar to that. Mine's pink, right? And mine actually acts. It's got magnets in it. You can actually wear it around your wrist, and it's a micro USB to a normal USB. Right, so hopefully you can see that if it focuses. Don't want to focus. So you can have a USB cable with you to charge your phone anywhere you go, and it magnets.
It's cool.
Yeah. Now, yeah, I know it's pink. I know it's a bit weird. But I figured it was a really cool idea if it wants to stick together again. There we go. So you can like that, and you've always got it with you. I thought it was a very cool idea.
I think it's neat. I don't know about the color so much. I don't know why you keep ordering pink stuff, dude.
No, I got it for free. A company sent me it. And then they never emailed me again afterwards.
Oh, that's nice of them.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't do the video on it because they said, once you've got it, email us. So I emailed them saying I've got the products, and then they never got back to me again.
Professionalism at its best.
Yes.
Note 2 giveaway. All right, fine. Let me just remember where I put those other. Oh, okay, give me a second.
Oh, look at Mike the wanker. I'm only joking, Mike. I'm only joking. I had to say it because you said it. If you want it, Mike, because you're the first person to say yes when Jared put his headphones back in.
Huh?
Yeah, we're all. Mike also wants the USB lead thing.
Oh, do you, Mike? All right, I'll send that along with it as well.
Yeah. So Mike's he's gonna send you an email after the live stream.
Sounds good.
Mike, because I called him a wanker, so he can have it.
Alrighty.
Sorry for the language, but it's not a PG show, isn't our show? It never will be.
No, our shows never will be.
So yeah.
All right. So for the Galaxy Note 2, I have a Spigen SGP hard book for the Galaxy Note 2. Let me get that over to you guys.
You love them, don't you?
There's a I do. There's a video on my channel if you want to check that out as well. There it is there, and opening it up.
That, my people, is a $60 case.
Yeah, so that's a nice case there. You've got all that stuff there, and then it does it's one of those types of things where you can kind of like slant it like that, right? And obviously, with those of you with the Note 2, it's it's a pretty big surface for you to muck around with. It's got the slots for everything that you need. So nice one. Then I'll show you what my favorites are, which is why I wish I had a Galaxy Note 2 to use with it. We've got their Galaxy Note 2 snap cases.
Yeah, they're the ones you like as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I really like these. These are really nice cases. So basically, I'll show you the black one here. You can see there's a red one. So obviously that's where the phone would go. So there it is. So it's a wallet case, right? It's got a 3-card slot. One of them is red. And there's also a money slot in there as well. Now, the cool thing about this case is that it's 2 cases in one. So you've got the wallet case here, but then you go up to the top with these little tabs here, and you can actually, it's kind of hard doing from behind, and then you can pop it out, and it's its own
An ultra thin air, innit?
Yeah, it's basically an ultra thin air case. So those are really cool cases.
It looks like he wants that one.
Is that which one was it? There's a lot of.
I think it's Artem. Jidkine.
Artem?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So how many people in here have Galaxy Note 2s currently then?
I think he says I think he's the one that says he wants it, and then 5315719 says I want it too. But I'm thinking that's just because you were saying it's a really cool case, to be fair.
All right. So we'll need a list of all the people. If whoever's watching, can you guys type in which of you have the Galaxy Note 2, so we know? And
just to be fair to people that are watching after this being live, you cannot have it. So if you left a comment down below saying you want it, sorry, this is only for the people that are here live. Yeah. So we've currently got 19 people actually live here. So it's just to say thank you to those that have come live, and check in next time because we might do this. You might do this again. We can't promise we'll do it everyone, but. We've only got so many cases, and some of the cases we like to keep for ourselves,
Yeah.
And also, with regards to the cases Jared's going to send you, you're not going to get a box with them. I'm going to tell Jared now because it'll be cheaper for shipping from sending just the actual case in an envelope.
Okay.
So, because the box itself weighs about twice as heavy as the actual case. So
yeah.
So
the cases are pretty heavy.
Yeah. So you're just going to get the actual case that we've given you. So it's just going to come in like an envelope. So if you don't get the case, don't worry. It's just because it's cheaper for us to ship it out to you.
Yeah. All right. Well, Artem. No, not for the the N7100. Just the Note 2. We've got 88 Silver Haze is a Note 2, and we have Artem has a Note 2. So Artem wants the snap case. Silver Haze. What kind of case do you like out of those two, Silver Haze? Did you like the snap cases, or did you like the other one that can fold out and be all display like thing? What? What did I just say?
Like thing. And to answer the guy Fox earlier, I've got no screen shields or anything for the Nexus 4, so sorry, I've not got a screen protector.
Oh, someone needs a screen protector for the Nexus 4? Oh, yeah. Nexus 4. Oh, yeah. Don't have one either. Sorry.
I've got none for the Nexus 4. Yeah.
Spigen kind of Jewed me out on those.
You are.
So Silver Haze. Okay, so Artem, you want one of the snap cases? Which color do you want? The black or the red?
Go for the red. I like
Don't
the
listen
red.
to Sam. Get whichever one you want.
I like the red.
Which one you want, Artem? Come on, leave the comment. Otherwise, I'm putting them away.
You got 20 seconds.
You got 20 seconds, brother.
Dun, 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 dun.
Anyways, what else should we talk about? I'm thinking we should probably start wrapping up this live stream because it's been going for a little while now.
Yeah, we'll probably wrap it up in about 5 minutes. We'll give it 5 more minutes.
I think Chris Nightingale wants that wristband.
Chris, if you want it, email me, viewers@samjpullen.com, and I'll send that to you, Chris. And if you tell me what phone you've got as well, I'll see if I can sort a case out for you as well, because I'm nice like that.
So Silver Haze and 5315719 and Artem Tech, or shit, no, Artem Jidkine. If you guys could email me, jared@thesmokingandroid.com. Let me know which case you want, and we'll work that out with you. So that's jared@thesmokingandroid.com, and we'll get you sorted out with a new, brand new, never before used except for one review video case that generally costs between $50 to $60. Not a bad deal for free.
There we go. I've just put if you need to know the actual email addresses, I've put them in the chat. Just remove the spaces, obviously, but that's what they are.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's. I think we could probably wrap that up now. I'm sure there was lots of other stuff that we could have talked about, but we'll leave that for next live stream.
You are a cheeky bugger, Guy Fawkes. You're getting the one case, and that's pretty much it, son.
All right, send me some more stuff.
Just keep sending.
It's just a free garage sale. Like, no,
I've got one. I can send you a stinky poo.
Artem, you're just gonna email us, man. With your shipping address.
Yeah. So I've put the emails down below. If Chris, because I'm gonna send you that little wristband thing if you want that. Just basically viewers@samjpullen.com. That's Chris. You send me that. Everyone that Jared's given something for, email him. It needs to be jared@thesmokingandroid.com. Again. There are little. I've put them down below so you can't see. You don't know how to spell it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Guys, this is something that I think we're probably going to be. Sam and I are going to try and get back into again. I've recently purchased a new webcam so that we can do these live streams. We're hoping to do this, Sam? Maybe like once a week. Hopefully, we can pull this off.
Yeah, I mean, I think we want to do the one a week, guaranteed one a week. Yeah. And what it's going to be is today has been a bit of a mashup because Jared just said to me, "Do you want to do a live show?" And I went, "Yeah." It wasn't any. We need to think about what we're going to talk about, and I just created Samsung, Nokia, HTC, and more, just because we want to talk about the latest companies that are out there. And the next couple of weeks, when we start doing it on a regular basis, we're going to have some topics to go on. We're also going to go talk about like the recent rumors, which is something that a lot of people want our opinions on. So we're going to do that at least once a week. If we get to the point where it's popular enough, we might do 2 a week, but going to be 1 a week to start with, and we'll go from there. Yeah. And as Jared said at the beginning of the actual live stream, we're looking to do the podcast, turn this into an audio podcast. We can turn it into the podcast, but we're not too sure what service you want to be on. So if you can leave a comment down below, would you want on iTunes, SoundCloud, or any other ones that you think can be more popular for us? Leave a comment down below, and it gives us an indication as to where you want us to post it. That'll make it easier for us so we know where you want it. We don't want to post at like 7 different sites. We want to try and stick to just one of them. We've currently got this one. Obviously, we want to do the audio one. So yeah, leave a comment down below where you want us to post it.
They're also going to be a little more structured, and as a consequence of that, these streams will probably be shorter. Like maybe we'll try and keep them within like 45 minutes to an hour at the longest.
Probably an hour. Probably.
This was a random thing. We were just hanging out on Skype, and I was like, "Yo, you want to do a live stream?" And he's like, "Sure."
Yeah,
So this was sort of like completely unstructured. But you know, we'll have some more structure. We'll have some more stuff, like actual stuff to talk to you guys about.
And once we get the whole structure in place, we may take on a guest appearance now and again. I think Joshua Bainted on there is where we're doing guest appearance and cameos and stuff like that. Then yes, I've got a couple of YouTube buddies that would like to come on and do it now and again. So I'll, as an example, I've got Gadgets Boy. I think he said to me a while ago he'll come and make an appearance. So Gadgets Boy, Two Fresh Media on YouTube. If you want to go check him out. I think you've got a couple of friends that probably come on now and again. Yeah. Primarily, it's the Sam and Jared show, the Jared and Sam show. I don't know if we're going to have a name for it, but yeah, probably Sam and Jared show sounds a bit better.
Hey, there's an idea. Let the viewers try and pick a
name for it. Yeah.
For the live stream.
Good idea.
And then the winner will give something away to you.
Yeah, the winner gets something epic. It's not just going to be. It's not just going to be a screen protector or a case. I've got an idea what I can probably rustle up for you. So if it's a good enough one, then you're going to get something epic. If it's just okay, you might get a screen protector. So make sure it's a good one.
Yeah. Make sure it's a good name, because if it's a good name, you'll get something yummy.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's it. Remember, all the winners, don't forget to email us and whatnot, so we can work out which cases particularly you wanted, as well as your shipping addresses. Stay tuned. I'm not sure what days Sam and I have worked out.
I think I was just going to say that. We're going to ask two questions to people. Is there any YouTubers you would like us to try and get in on the live show? Leave your YouTuber you'd like us to try and get on the show. Leave a comment down below, and obviously we'll see if we can do it. If we're friends with them already, then probably will be. If not, we can maybe put some feelers out and see if they want to come on for a guest appearance. Maybe do a quick 30-minute live show just with another person on there. But also leave a comment down below as to what day is best for you, because that's what I'm more interested in, is what day is best for you. Because I'd rather put the live stream up where we can have as many people interact with us as possible. Exactly. I want as many questions and as big a participation as we can. Yeah. I mean, the most people we had today at one point was 34, so that's not too bad to say it was a random kind of offer. Yeah, just a random bam, like, live streaming, what's up? In your face, All right, guys, that's it. Thanks, everybody, for watching. You can follow Sam on Twitter at Samjpullen. If you go to his channel, in fact, you can find his Instagram, his Google+, his Facebook, everything. You can subscribe to him if you haven't already. Does tons of videos on not just Android. He's got an iPhone. He's got Windows devices. And so on. So lots of great videos coming out of him. If you're not familiar with me, I am Jared. You can follow me on Twitter at Smoking Android. Sorry. And again, go to my channel and that banner up at the top, just like Sam's. You can find all of my social network links and things like that. It's got all the direct stuff in there. So yeah, I mean, thank you to everyone that's come out. It's been a cool live stream. Again, it's been a bit of a random one. We've just kind of gone with the flow. Yeah. But hey, it was fun. It works. It was fun. So why not? Why not? Yeah. So yeah, once again, check me out. Check out Nokia 11th of July. Watch the Nokia live stream. See if you can find me on the live stream. Hopefully I should be sat at the front row. Maybe. I've seen you on those live streams before at the CES Nokia one. That was pretty funny. Yeah, the Mobile Congress. Front row. Mobile World Congress, that's right. Mobile World Congress, yes. So again, look out for me there. And again, it's around the 42 megapixel kind of a camera. I want to plug that just for the fact that I'll be in New York this time next week. So yeah. Yeah. I might do a live show from New York. That'd be cool. That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? That'd be cool. Yeah. So check back sometime next week. Yeah. We're gonna end it now. Again, thank you for everyone that's coming out. Samjpullen, Jared the Smoking Android. It's been nice knowing you. Yeah. Peace. Peace out.